The Adam Smith Awards are recognised globally as the industry benchmark for best practice and innovation in corporate treasury. With this podcast series, we're going to take a deep dive into each of the winning solutions of 2021 and hear from the creators who made it all happen.
Hello, I'm Sophie Jackson, Joint Publisher and Head of Strategic Content at the Treasury Today Group. In this episode, we'll be taking a look at the overall winner and the two highly commended winners of the Harnessing the Power of Technology category. Technology is a key component in many of the submissions we receive and is always a hotly contested category. We see projects ranging from the use of APIs and RPA to full-blown Treasury technology transformation, involving TMS and ERP integration and much more. And the overall winner in the Harnessing the Power of Technology category is Deranek, Director, Enterprise Treasury Operations, HCSC at Blue Cross Blue Shield. Well done, everyone.
I'm Julie Qualiato, the Senior Director of Treasury Operations here at Healthcare Service Corporation. Winning this award from Treasury Today is very important to us. It really validates the hard work that all of us did to create a real-time business BI analysis and unlock some liquidity that we needed and the information that we needed to see on a quicker basis. It's a multi-year project. We worked with Kyriba, Oracle, Clearwater, 14 banks, custody systems, et cetera, try to integrate all of these into what we call our Treasury Enterprise Analytics and Reporting tool. It's a homegrown tool that actually gives us the visibility we need to this critical information from all these different systems. So definitely was something that we wanted to engage upon. And again, a multi-year project, starting with analyzing the current processes, documenting them, making sure we have the deep backup for all the procedures that we do, and just very important to document everything. And I think it was a win-win for everybody. We had all these separate systems, and they were all legacy systems that didn't talk to each other. And it basically slowed us down to be able to get timely information to drive more informed decisions in a timely manner. Again, like I said, it's a win-win for us because we wanted to make sure that our teams were trained and cross-trained. Everybody had some skin in the game relative to documenting procedures and processes. And we definitely wanted to make sure that we were doing our best to document, like I said, these processes and use the tools that we have. The TARE was a great tool for us, and we use it all the time for all kinds of various reporting requirements because of the integration capability that it has.
And I'm Dave Deranek. I'm the Director of Enterprise Treasury Operations. Early on, Treasury realized that every single aspect of the business is swimming in data. So as an organization, we began asking ourselves the question, how can we better harness the data to make better decisions? So over 3 years ago, actually, we're in 2021 right now. So I guess this began about early 2018. Treasury leadership tasked two directors, which actually is Julie and myself, over the better part of 3 years, and it's different stages of the management of the initiative, to consult with the Treasury staff. And as Julie mentioned, examine every function and process within Treasury operations through interview, observation, and documentation of each functional area. And we reported out our findings weekly to a senior leadership oversight team as part of the management. In the first year, the purpose of the exercise was, actually, there's three main parts here. So the first part was to engage leadership with teams to ensure they were intimately aware of every detail for which they had responsibility. And this included, as Julie mentioned before, documenting the reason for each process, the level of automation, the risk, the security, and then also discuss with the staff what their pain points are as well, because we can't really understand as leaders what we're trying to solve for if we don't understand kind of what's going on in the trenches every single day. Secondly, we made recommendations for opportunities then after studying this to automate, digitize, and process improve all the Treasury functions for strategic improvement. And we also sought to maximize the use of the in-house developed Treasury Enterprise and Analysis Reporting System, TEAR. And that system warehoused and consolidated data from external Treasury platforms. So we sought to leverage an in-house framework to integrate external data sources and build an in-house business intelligence system for reporting and analytics. So in the second year, and I promise I'm not going to go into all the excruciating detail here, but the second year of the initiative, every process and procedure was then assessed and graded on a maturity and capability matrix to determine the proficiency of the function and how it supported our mandate. Okay, so we could then determine the future state for desired automation. The goal was really to further leverage the network that would unify the best-in-class treasury and working capital tools with external partners that Julie mentioned, which were the banks, market data feeds, trading platforms, and other fintech applications. An enormous amount of that information resides within the TER system. And now what we have is these interconnected networks. Important to that strategic plan, Meg, was the development of an in-house treasury IT function staffed by our treasury systems and business solutions team that's tasked with developing that TER database, that centralized data from these non-connected platforms. And we realize right on, and maybe this is kind of the future of treasury as well, that not everybody has that in-house treasury IT function either. So we're very fortunate to have that. And I think that's the foresight of our leadership to identify that was something we were going to need for the future. And given the PIs and connectivity services now bind our treasury functions with these network entities, both within the company and external business partners, that makes this really unique to enable highly efficient BI tools and straight through processes that really expansively connect with platforms like our ERP, trading platforms, and fintechs that enhance visibility into available cash, liquidity, and help to examine financial exposures in our company. Treasury recognized the need to capture and analyze more data through automation and to increase our effectiveness of decision making. So we're much more strategic in terms of what we do and not production in terms of the processes within the Treasury organization. Also, data analytics impact every industry and every department within an organization. And as a result, the demands for Treasury tools that capture, validate, and find meaning in financial data has increased in sophistication and drive more of our Treasury decisions. And a lot of that isn't done through spreadsheets anymore. We do that through these BI tools that give us that information to make decisions every morning and throughout the day. And then lastly, I think we all know the last year that we've all been living through kind of the geopolitical and environmental risks. This worldwide pandemic and political volatility we experienced in 2020 and into 2021 is a very painful reminder to CFOs and treasurers that geopolitical awareness meeting technology is extremely essential. And I think HCSC's readiness in the wake of this crisis has really been seamless. And we're really proud of where we are and what our team's accomplished over the past several years to be ready for these challenges.
Next up, we have our first highly commended award winner in this category. The first is Stacy Liparidis, Associate Director of Treasury at Alexion Pharmaceuticals.
Hi, I am Stacy Liparidis, Associate Director of Treasury for Alexion Pharmaceuticals, Inc. I am the highly commended winner of the Harnessing the Power of Technology Award. First and foremost, I would like to express how grateful and excited the team at Alexion is to be recognized with this award. We truly feel that what we have accomplished over the last 2 years has been extraordinary and strengthens our processes across our Treasury team and our connections cross-functionally with both internal and external teams. Being acknowledged by the team at Treasury today is a huge achievement, and we do not take it lightly. Being highly commended gives myself and the Alexion Treasury team the confirmation that we are being innovative in moving Treasury functions towards a mostly automated process. With our recent acquisition by AstraZeneca, we hope that we continue to find further efficiencies in our methods and introduce them to the broader team. The biggest challenge we faced while implementing our complete Treasury solution was the fight against time. Our license with our previous TMS provider was expiring only 4 months after we started implementing our new system. In short, we were setting up a new TMS, connecting in our banks, our investment trading platform, our FX portals, SAP, and Bloomberg into one structure. In order not to lose time and to be as efficient as possible in the small amount of time that we had, we engaged our partners, set priorities, respected the tight schedule, and had a strong project manager. Without these things, we could not have been successful in the short amount of time we were given to get the major pieces of the structure in place. The single biggest learning point for myself was realized after the implementation of Alexion's Treasury system solution. With our customizable solution, we very quickly found that we had a reliable SaaS-based method to maximize cash, banking, forecasting, and investment data while working remotely. Having the systems in place allowed my team to continue all operational priorities with no downtime from our remote working locations. Engaging all the right partners allowed this to happen. That was my single biggest learning point. Success is a collaboration of all the right people at the right time working towards the same goal.
And now it's time for a word from their partner.
Hi, I'm Jill Ziegenfuss, Integrations Manager, Program Operations at ICD. In order to support Alexion, it was very helpful that they had clear objectives coming into the project with ICD. Through Alexion's own discovery process, they were able to provide the details of their business requirements and translate that to technical requirements rather effectively. As a result, that created a very straightforward integration for the ICD portal and our technology partners. Clients typically start with an initial kickoff with ICD, which helps our trading and technology teams better understand the needs and expectations of the clients. Thinking of some examples of this are what the client may be trying to accomplish, what types of investments they have, and what options are available. For Alexion, this seemed to be less about the discovery process and more about what possibilities could be achieved. ICD's guidance and expertise helped accomplish a seamless integration for the cash and investment integration, which is exactly what Alexion desired, and what, I believe, they were looking for from all their system providers. With 2 decades of experience in servicing the Treasury community, ICD has well-established connections with all of Treasury's most common technologies, and we continue to innovate with both our clients and our technology partners. For the cash and investments portion of Alexion's workflow, we integrated Alexion's banks, ICD portal, ICD's autopay settlement, 360T, Kyriba, and SAP. In terms of the most important elements for a winning solution, Alexion wanted to get the most out of their Treasury technology solution by integrating processes and data as seamlessly as possible. This makes for a smarter workflow, and I think it was the foundation to their success. Pondering the question a bit more, how Alexion approached choosing technology was also smart. They wanted to make sure they could operate as one team, regardless of where they were based, so they chose SaaS-based technology, accessible anywhere, anytime. This also enabled business continuity, which was useful during the pandemic when everyone shifted to a work-from-home model. Also important to their success was the rock-solid experience and client service they knew they could count on from their technology providers. I think that creating a real-time picture of their cash and investments was so critical to their business as a global pharmaceutical company that Alexion's vision for how technology could support their treasury operations and their thorough application of best practices in designing and building that structure had to be clear and well executed. To summarize, they have successfully connected with technology to optimize liquidity for R&D investments and for their operations. The team here at ICD couldn't be happier to have been part of the project and want to give a collective shout out to the folks at Alexion for a well-deserved award win.
And now we have our second highly commended award winner. The second highly commended winner is Gerard Tuinenberg, Director of Systems, Innovations and Transactional Banking at Unilever Finance International.
Hello, my name is Gerard Tuinenberg. I'm working for Unilever, based in Switzerland. I'm part of the global treasury team that Unilever has in Switzerland. I joined Treasury in 2017 after a stint in Rotterdam at Treasury Control for about 25 years. So you could say that I spent most of my career within the Treasury area. Winning such an award was a really great motivation for the team because it was recognized externally, but also internally as a great success to make ways of working within the Treasury department easy. it triggered some effects towards the rest of the concern. Also within the company, there was quite some impact on winning the award, which was great to see. The solution that JP Morgan has put in place with the data in Excel, rather than having the data ended up in a system, makes it relatively straightforward to implement the solution. A person with some IT skills could put this in place without much problems. I think the biggest challenge is to let people understand what an API connection is and what it can do for you, and to convince internal IT that the way it's put in place is not evasive for the systems that a company has. And with this solution, so via certificates and having the data in Excel, it was really a minor change of convincing people and explaining how the tool worked. As a learning point, I would say it's trying to understand what APIs could mean for you as a company, as a department, and also to work together with the different teams that are involved in the uses of the tool, be it IT, as mentioned before, or the department, Treasury in our case, that makes use of the tool. So it's collaboration, also, of course, with the bank, JP Morgan in this case, which is really important. So as a learning point, I would say is make sure that you have the right people around the table to put an API solution in place.
A huge congratulations to all our Adam Smith Award winners. And thank you for listening to this episode of our dedicated Adam Smith Awards podcast series, brought to you by the Treasury Today Group. More episodes will be coming soon, featuring other award winners. So please subscribe to our channel so you can stay updated.